Hello, I'm the pianist John York, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be able to talk about Rebecca Clarke on this occasion. I've known about her music for many years of my career on the piano, but she only really has four pieces to her name. This is a woman, Rebecca Clarke, who was born in the mid 1880s and didn't die until the late 1970s, very nearly a century. But in that time, she shot to fame, first of all, and maintained a level of fame with her viola playing and with her compositions for about 10 years, and was sponsored by the rich American lady Elizabeth Sprague Coolidge to write two pieces after she initially won the prize in 1999 with her viola sonata. That was the piece that made her famous, and then came a piano trio, and then this cello and piano rhapsody in 1923. Now, this piece, the Rebecca Clarke Rhapsody, is her masterpiece without question, but it existed only in the manuscript, only in a very poor photocopy of the manuscript in the BBC Music Library, as far as I know, apart from being in the Library of Congress, where the original version is held. And it was sent on request to various cellists, and Raphael Valfish and I took it on board. He knew that I'd already fallen for Rebecca Clarke's music with the viola sonata, which is a masterpiece, a beautiful piece, and played by viola players all over the world. But the cello rhapsody turned out to be a big, wonderful piece, 25 minutes long, 1923, full of that early 20th century searching for new paths of composition, new types of harmony, new types of melody, new types of development. And I fell for it hook, line and sinker because every single chord is a delicious chord all the way through, and the piano writing is very voluptuous, very lush, lots of pedal, lots of beautiful harmonies all over the piano, full of stuff to do. And the cello part revealed itself eventually as being an extremely idiomatic cello writing. Rebecca Clarke was writing the piece back in 1923 for the famous cellist May Mutley and the mega famous pianist Myra Hess. And there's no way of knowing, there's no way we'll ever know why the piece was withdrawn and not performed. The score, the manuscript score, which I've got the photocopy of, only shows pages and pages of very devoted work, fingerings written in, alterations made, obviously by the composer, not by the pianist or cellist, suggestions added in, bits scrubbed out, bits scribbled out, and it's spread over about 80 pages of manuscript. Fortunately, when it came to reading it, it was amazingly clear, and although there are millions of accidentals, as you'd expect from a piece from 1923, lots of chromatic harmony and lots of chromatic melody, they are clear mostly as to the intentions of Rebecca Clarke to the letter. Actually, I think I'd say to the letter they were pretty clear. I took the precaution of transferring the cello part, not the piano part, but the cello part to Sibelius, the publishing program, so that it could be read by Raphael with not too much difficulty. I continued to struggle through the piano part until I recorded it, in fact, until we played it many times. But it has now been transcribed into the most wonderful score, which is the one I've got in my hand, published by Nimbus Recording, following our recording of the piece on Nimbus Records. And now both the record, the CD itself, and the score are handled by Presto, the music publishing company, music distribution company, I should say, and are therefore easily available. And I hope that the fabulously ravishing harmony and melody of this piece, the beautiful layout and clarity of the publication, and our recording of the piece itself will go a long way to re-evaluating this piece, which is well over a century old now and deserves to be in the repertoire of every cellist who loves late romantic English music, and wants to explore new repertoire. It ranks alongside so many other early 20th century cello masterpieces, of which there are dozens, because there was a spate of great cellists at the time. And this piece should never have been neglected, should never have been removed from circulation, and should be in there, well, on their shelves and learned by every cellist.